Okay, so today is Sunday, March 3rd, and I just got done collecting sap for today, and I got about, well, that's about half full. So I got about 7 gallons here, which I've now reached my the point to where I want to start boiling stuff off. So I got about 30 gallon in there. So here's my cooker. As you can see, it's just a cut off oil tank that someone gave me, and I just cut the top off and modified it a little bit. Oh, there's something in there. There's a plastic container in there. So what I'm going to do here is I got to clean the cooker top off and get it set in, and I'll fill it with sap, and then we'll start cook. Well, I got to cut some of that slab wood up, but then we'll start cooking and get things boiled off here. I'm going to try and set you up. So here's my stainless steel cooker. Now it's 6 inches deep and 4 foot long, and I think it's like 2 foot wide. What this is, it's out of an old, what do they call it, like a cold bar or whatever, but basically this would have like little stainless containers in it that would have like cucumbers and onions, tomatoes, peppers, that kind of stuff in it for like making hoagies or whatever, but they call it like a cold bar. But the unit that it sat in was no good anymore, so I took this top off of it. A friend of mine gave it to me, so that all worked out pretty good. So I'm gonna work on getting this cleaned up. I just gotta find a place where I can set you guys up so you can see. Well, let's try it this way. I have got to get a new, I don't know, I got to get a new tripod thingy. So, we'll see how this works. If I can just get it to keep from falling over, which is not as easily done as you might think. Of course, I got my helpers. There's Goose and there's Mav. Alright, let's see if this works. Well, that kind of works. If the wind don't blow, it should stay where I need it to. Alright, I'm going to get to scrubbing here. Good boy, Whale. Here. What the crap is back? Oh, buckets. Well, hopefully it didn't ruin that. Watch out, Lily. Alright, so you gotta set this thing up. No. Right. No. Alright. So that's the worst of it. I gotta find the puppies. Well, I see one of them. Oh, where are the other ones at?
Do you have Mav?
No. And I don't see them.
Susie went down over to Salmon.
Well, Maverick was over here a minute ago. I just looked up the road. He's not on the lane.
Abby!
Good boy, Waylon. Good boy. No, you leave it. Leave it. No. Come on. Willard, you are such a big help. Now, make sure you rinse your cooker out really, really good. You do not want any soap residue in there to taint the sap, because if you do a batch of sap and then you start tasting it and you're like, oh, that tastes like ultra flavored Dawn. Yeah, that's no good. So, I'm going to move things down here, and then through the magic of TV, it'll only be a second for you guys, but I'll be right back. All right, stand by. All right, so now we're going to get things set up. So it worked out with this top. You can see there's a flange the whole way around there, so that basically, I just try to make it even-ish so it distributes the weight evenly. All right, now where am I gonna set you up? Holy buckets. Well, let's see if we can find a spot here. Stand by. All right, as long as the wind don't blow, we should be good. Now, I like to strain my sap when I put it in. That way you get as much junk out of it as you can. All right. So now I'm going to start dipping it out of my garbage can here. I want to get this about half full, and then I'll put some fire in it. All right, one more. Alright, that should do for now. Now I'm going to steal some coals out of the furnace. Make a fire. Now, I'm only trying to do one batch this year, so if I can basically try to cook down 50 gallon, that's enough. That'll basically give me a gallon to a gallon and a half, depending on the sugar content, and then that'll be enough to get me through the next year, because I'm running out of time here. So all right, we're gonna have to move things around in the furnace here a little bit. Come on, stand up. You gotta be able to get to some good coals. So we'll push all the big pieces of wood to the back. Get my little shovel. My handle broke, but that's all right, it works. So basically it's just charcoal, but it's already started. We're gonna throw a bunch of that in there. It's nice and warm today, so the fire's not burning real hard. Now you can use propane, you know, whatever. Doesn't really matter. I just use wood. You can use whatever you want. Alright, so now I gotta cut some slab wood out of that pile right there, so going to have to fire up the chainsaw. Stand by. Here we go. Alright, well, once we get her, some of this is a little wet, but once we get her good and hot, she'll take off. I'm gonna split some kindling here. Take you over here. There, you see how all those coals are nice and white? That means they're hot. We'll set you up right here. Split some kindling. This piece is good and dry. All right. Whoops. Now, you should always crisscross your wood. There we go. So there's my vent hole at the bottom. You can already see we got smoke coming out the top. So it won't take long. And she'll be going. Oh, Willard's bawling. Where's your freezer? Where'd you put it? Where's the puppies at? Well, there's Maverick. He's the one we gotta worry about. For some reason, he goes up by the road. If you're not watching him, so you gotta always know where Maverick is. All right. Well, for now, that's gonna do it. I'm gonna finish filling this sap up. And then I'll check back in with you here a little later. We already got some flames going. So it won't take long for that to take off. All right, stand by. I'll get back to you here in a minute. All right, well, it's been a few minutes, but step back here. You can see she's starting to heat up already. Now this is my super complicated draft system, where if I want the fire to have more air, I just pull this away. I want to close it off, I just push it up. I just put some, ironically, some maple wood on there. So I got a good stack in there. That'll burn for quite a while, at least a couple hours. And she should be good. Now these sides right here get really hot. You got to be careful when you're standing next to it, but it's already getting cloudy, starting to warm up. You can tell when it gets warm, it gets like a cloudy consistency to it. Get my strainer. There's lots of bugs out today. It's warm, so I'll just keep straining it off, keeping the bugs out. Now, I don't know what they call it. Maybe Jack, my buddy Jack, I'm sure he'll be watching this one, if he can chime in here. But when your sap starts to heat up, I don't know if it's the minerals or what, but it'll get like these I don't know what you call it, like clumps of minerals and stuff in it, which it's nice to have a good fine sieve. So I just keep straining them out. But this is basically the process until you get her down to where you want to take her inside and finish her off on the cooktop. Which, for this cooker here, usually when it gets down, there's maybe, a good ½ inch of stuff in the bottom of the pan. Then I'll take it inside and let it finish off. Alright, well, for now, that's going to do it. I think I'll try and do another video here later, and I'll splice them together for you so you can see how things turn out. So I will catch you in a little bit. Here we go. Okay, so as you can see by that beautiful sun, it is the next morning. Today's Monday, March something, I don't know. Last time I come out last night to look at the sap, or the syrup cooking down, was about 1 o'clock in the morning. So you can see where the lines were. So it cooked down almost 75-80% here. Now I'm gonna guess that there is about 2 gallons in here, but I'm not exactly sure. So I got my trusty milk jug here. We're gonna scoop as much of it out with this as we can. And yes, I cleaned it out real good. I'm gonna find a place to set you guys up. Stand by. Well, I'm not sure what I did there. Alright, let's see if we can set you guys up here. Maybe we can put you right here. Well, that ain't gonna work. Alright. Hey, monkey. Well, that's a little bit more than what I thought. Well, that was a little bit more than what I thought. You can see bucket's almost full here, so I just got up. I let her been up like 5 minutes, so. But because I have to go to work today, I am going to take this inside and finish it on the cook stove, or on the stove. Now there's, I actually know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use this other bucket. Yeah, we'll put some in here too. All right, I'm gonna go clean this bucket. I'll be right back. Stand by. All right, so I got myself a clean bucket here. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to set you guys up over here again. Boy, that sun is absolutely gorgeous today. Now, it took me, what, maybe 7 to 10 days to gather enough sap to do a batch, so every drop is valuable. And plus, I think it's, how should I say this? Out of respect for the trees, like, I don't waste a drop. So, I'm gonna dump this pan. Hey, man. And I'll take you over and show you. Hey, Mav. That's a good boy. This is one of the puppies we rescued. He's doing great. All right, so I got 2 5-gallon buckets. They're approximately half full. I'll even them out. So I'm going to take them in now. We'll get them on the stove. And we'll just very gently simmer them off. Yeah. Alright, stand by. Okay, so 1/2 bucket's going in the, this is our refrigerator where we keep our lard. And the other one's going upstairs. Easy.
What?
Goosy's really good at letting you know when he wants something. Alright, so we're gonna put it on the cooktop here. And yes, my cooktop's a mess because we live here. You got it? Alright, so we're gonna put her in her stock pot. Looks really good.
And yes, it's the beginning of March, and I still have Christmas decorations out.
Yeah, we might leave them up till next year. You know why? Because it's our house and we can. If people don't like it, who cares?
No one comes anyway, right?
What was that double beep? Alright. Alright, so I am turning this on high. And we're just going to let her cook. And then as it cooks down, I'll bring the other bucket up and we'll add to it. Now I still have trees tapped, so I'm gonna go right now. I'm gonna pull all my taps, whatever sap I have, I gather it up and we'll cook it down. You just keep adding it to your pot until it cooks down to the point where you like the consistency of it. It's not rocket science, so. You're wondering why I look like an Eaton commercial? So Eaton, I'm an electrician by trade, so Eaton makes like all kinds of stuff, from like panels for your house. They actually call them load centers, but they make all kinds of stuff. Breakers, great big switchgear, motor control center. Anyway, oh my goodness, I think the puppies eat my glasses. That's okay, they're fine, I'm sure. All right, so that's gonna do it for this video. It's been running on long enough. We'll do a final video when the syrup's done, and I'll show you what it looks like. So God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you on the next one. Here we go.